Manchester United won the Europa League, a 2-0 victory over a very young and very encouraging Ajax team, who I think have got a big future ahead of them. At one point, the oldest player they had on the park was 25, which is remarkable. But before we get into the football, I mean, unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure everyone is well aware of the horrific tragedy that took place in Manchester a couple of days back. The city's been grieving, but as I did a clip on Facebook, you can check that out on the main channel. When I venture over into the political sphere, I know my fair share of Mancunians. I know a lot of Mancs that I have been really close to my heart through my life. That city is a very, very durable city. It's created some of the most remarkable musicians. Oasis, my favorite band of all time. The Smiths, they gave birthplace to the suffragettes. They fought for the Industrial Revolution. They spearheaded a lot of activism that have been crucial in shaping the political sphere today. And they created two of the best football teams that we have in the current day and age. Of course, Manchester United have a more successful, lengthy history that have been the pride of Manchester, as well as the show called Nation Street that I'm not sure the fans of TYT will be well aware of, but right there hand in hand. And then of course Manchester City in the modern day and age, even though they've been around for for a lengthy period of time, the success more recently has been it was just added to how already successful Manchester was. So when you put all that together and you see the strength of this city, I think this is a symbol that won't ease any of the pain, but it will just remind people that this city produces some remarkable teams. Whether you believe that Manchester United had a good season or not, they're European champions. Yes, it's not the Champions League, but they won the Europa League. Jose Mourinho has delivered Manchester United back into the Champions League, which was undoubtedly one of his major goals this season. And it was for many of the Manchester United fans who I'm sure have several family members, distant relatives, friends that were involved and unfortunately affected by the tragedy. This will give them something to smile about on this day, but of course it won't take away, and it's I don't think it's fitting to say it's a happy ending in any means of Jose Mourinho's season, because Manchester as a whole has a cloud over it at the moment. But as I'm sure, and I mentioned earlier, and I will continue to state, this city will endure and it will push away hatred. And I think that most Mancunians will state straightforward that they're hard as nails on the exterior, but they are as warm and as kind of people as you will meet on the inside. So to the football, it wasn't the best final. There's no doubt about that. Paul Pogba's deflected goal gave them a 1-0 advantage. Mkhitaryan, another summer signing, made it 2. Ajax had possession for long periods at the time. I think Manchester United had it for around 35% at one point. So Ajax definitely had control over certain parts of the game. But as any Jose Mourinho team in the history of his career, don't judge it by possession. Don't judge it by shots on target. Don't judge it by anything other than the final score. Because Jose Mourinho will do whatever he has to do to win. It was not the most glorious. There will be critics of Manchester United's performance. But Jose Mourinho set out with a game plan to nullify Ajax's very furious attack in their possession of Sanchez in the final third. They limited him to a lot of possession in his own half. And I think that really did bode well for this team. And I think that in the end, Manchester United set out with a job to do and they executed it very well. I almost feel just a little deflated in terms of my celebration of the event, but just more so to say that it's good for the city to showcase that Manchester United were able to come at this business as usual, as Jose Mourinho stated, and they have a job to do. And they did that job. All respect was paid before the game and afterwards, and a great sign of solidarity with the people of Manchester. So it's a 2-0 victory. Manchester United are back in the Champions League next season with this. And I'm sure that they will go on to strengthen next season, however they add in the off-season, and things will move forward for them. But just a brief recap here. 2-0 over Ajax. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you soon.